Strengthening Tunisian ties across East Africa. I would like to extend our warmest thanks to His Excellency, Monsieur Mohamed Ali Nafti, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Tunisia, whose support at the very beginning this initiative was pivotal. Although he could not be with us today, his early encouragement helped lay the diplomatic foundation for this partnership, and we remain sincerely grateful for his vision and trust. And of course, we warmly thank the government of Kenya for their kind hospitality and strong encouragement for women's entrepreneurs and intra-African trade, with the presence of Mr. Director of Africa in Foreign Affairs and the representative of the Minister of Trade. This Expo showcases the amazing work of the Market Fund beneficiaries, brilliant women and youth in agriculture and handcraft who are rewriting the story of African entrepreneurship. They show us that with the right support and the right partnerships, we can open new doors, create new markets, and build an economy that is inclusive, resilient, and led by women. As the Vice President of COMFWEB and President of National Chamber of Women Entrepreneurs in Tunisia, I firmly believe in the power of synergy. When women come together across countries, when institutions and partners stand behind them, we do more than grow business, we shape the future. Let us use this opportunity to connect, to collaborate, and to commit to real action. Thank you all for your presence and support. Welcome, and let the Expo begin.
Ambassador Dennis Nguru, Director of Africa Affairs, thank you for representing the Kenyan government. And our host, Honorable Ambassador Nur Ben Yusuf. I was just telling him I can't forget his name because my dad is called Yusuf, my son is called Yusuf. So it will be very difficult for me to forget him. Honorable ambassadors present, I think I had an opportunity to meet my mother from Western Kenya, Ambassador of Zimbabwe, Ambassador Moyo, and the other excellencies who are here. Thank you so very much for making time in your busy schedule to be with us here today. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, protocol observed. It is a real pleasure to be here with you today in Nairobi for what is truly a special occasion of the inauguration of the Tunisian Food and Handicraft Expo. This event is more than just a showcase, and I think you have had an opportunity to see it. A showcase of culture and craft. It's a powerful platform, bringing together entrepreneurs, change makers, and innovators from across Africa and the region. All united by one shared vision to explore new opportunities, strengthen inclusive economic ties, and build development that is both sustainable and rooted in local realities. I think you've had an opportunity to go to Tunisia virtually. After previous missions in Cairo and Abidjan, Honorable Excellencies, this is actually the last third leg of this Expo. We've had the same in Cairo and just last week in Abidjan, and I'm especially proud and honored to be part of this final and symbolic step here in Kenya, alongside a vibrant delegation of Tunisian social entrepreneurs supported by the UNES project led by the International Labour Organization. As you've heard, this is a South-South cooperation in action. It shows what's possible with our across the team borders and continent, working together towards a common goal. Let me take a moment to reflect why we are here today and why today matters. All around the world and right here in Africa, social enterprises are stepping up, blending business sense with social purpose. They are not just creating jobs, which is very important for Africa. They are creating hope, especially for the young people and women. They offer us a new way forward, one that is inclusive, locally driven, and resilient in the face of the global challenges. But to succeed, they need the right environment, policies that support them, markets that welcome them, and systems that recognize their value. That is why the ILO, we are deeply committed to advancing social and solidarity economy, not just as a niche, but as a core strategy for sustainable development. We support policies that formalize and promote social solidarity enterprise, transition from informal to formal work. We all know the figures of informality in Africa. Integrated approaches linking entrepreneurship with training and job creation, and trade and investment frameworks that put people and jobs at the center. Why Tunisia and Kenya? Why are we here and why now? Because both countries are showing the way. One in the north, another one in the east. Kenya has earned its reputation as a regional leader, especially in empowering women entrepreneurs and supporting value-added sectors like agribusiness and crafts. Tunisia, on the other hand, is a turning point. Its young people, faced with real challenges, are choosing to act. They are building enterprises grounded on solidarity, sustainable, and community innovation. Together, Tunisia and Kenya are writing a new history, a new story, a story of shared prosperity, of bold ideas, and of youth driving real change. One of the standout examples of this project, funded by the European Union and implemented by ILO in Tunisia, has been, it has helped launch 170 social solidarity enterprises. You can imagine how many jobs they have created. Created over 3,600 decent jobs, more than half of them being held by women, and influenced national policy to put youth economic empowerment front and at the center. At the heart of this project is the Market Fund, a truly innovating financing tool built in partnership with Tunisian and African stakeholders. We have over $6 million mobilized. It's supporting high-impact ventures in sustainable agriculture, renewable energy, and the circular economy solution. So why are these young entrepreneurs here today? Fortunately, we were only able to bring 10 representatives of the 170 who are right behind you. They are here today because they matter. Their voices, their work, their presence change the conversation. At the ILO, we've learned something important. Giving support is one thing, but if we don't open up the real market opportunities, these businesses, no matter how promising they are, you'll agree with me, risk being left behind. Their participation today sends a clear message. Social entrepreneurs are not on the sideline. They are at the very center of Africa's inclusive economic future. This Expo is a chance to spotlight youth-led innovations, connect local solutions to global challenges, and build the partnership South-South, South-North that can take these enterprises to a new height. Ladies and gentlemen, as we look ahead, it's worth remembering that 2025 has been declared the International Years of Cooperatives. A reminder of the growing importance of models rooted in solidarity, democracy, and shared success. The ILO proudly embraces this moment to reaffirm a basic truth that decent work, social justice, and local empowerment must be at the heart of any economic to truly work for everyone. Because I close, allow me to offer a few heartful thanks to the National Chamber of Women Entrepreneurs in Tunisia. Thank you for your vision and leadership. To the Federation of Women Entrepreneurs of Kenya, your dedication and partnership have been remarkable. To His Excellency, Mr. Anur Ben Youssef, Tunisian Ambassador to Kenya, your constant support throughout this process has been invaluable. We wouldn't have been here without your support. And to the government of Kenya, thank you for your openness, your hospitality, and your commitment to making this collaboration a success. The ILO is honored to be here, not just to share, but to listen, to learn, and to co-create. Let's make this Expo not just a celebration, but a launchpad, a moment that sparks new ideas, deeper partnerships, and real impact far beyond today. I wish you all an inspiring conversations and concrete outcome. Thank you. Shukran.
I'd like to welcome you, Leila, and your team all the way from Tunisia, that you've chosen to come and share a few days here in Kenya with us and the guests in this room. It's truly an honor to at least see and be part of this movement that is the Kenya Women in Business, as we try and find avenues that we can promote what we do. It's no easy feat for women in business to grow. We really have to pull up not only our socks, but the socks of our brothers, our sisters. There's so many socks to be pulled up. And each and every single time a woman puts up her hand to be part of a movement that helps pave the way for other women, it's not easy as well, because it means going to look for partners, sitting and trying to get support from everywhere that we can. And so when we get support from ministry, from government, from ILO, we are truly honored and really appreciate. So I think this in itself is a celebration of what is possible when we choose to come together and collaborate and really help the continent grow. We know that women, we are the future for many things. When a woman is empowered, we say what happens? What happens, right? Yes, and we have to keep safeguarding that, because also in this continent we face a lot. And so together, I believe that if we continue with these acts of service, because that's what I think they are, and we keep promoting women and we keep helping the women who are pushing these boundaries and supporting these women, I think we will make a true difference indeed in this continent. So my job here is really to welcome you all, to welcome each and every single person to patronize and see what we have here as women in business. And again, to thank you, Madam Leila, thank you so much, and to your team, thank you so much for the support that you've given us, to ILO and everyone else. Thank you very much.
Excellency Ben Youssef, Ambassador of Tunisia to Kenya, Your Excellency Bimpeg Moyo, our Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the government and the people of the Republic of Kenya, I take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to each one of you. We are honored to be in your presence today. It is a pleasure to gather here in the spirit of friendship, collaboration, and indeed in terms of the warm and cordial relations that exist between our two countries. This event marks a significant milestone. Not only is it the first trade fair of its kind, it has been specifically designed to showcase Tunisia's rich cultural heritage through its exceptional culinary delights and traditional craftsmanship. We are honored to take part in this moment of celebration, partnership, and progress. Allow me to begin by conveying my deepest appreciation to the Embassy of the Republic of Tunisia for their tireless efforts in making this event a reality. It is indeed a great pleasure when we see a diplomatic mission engage in an activity that seeks to drive our economic diplomacy agenda. The relationship between Kenya and Tunisia dates back decades. Our shared history of friendship, built through collaboration within the African Union, the ACFTA, and COMESA, and various bilateral arrangements continue to be a pillar of our mutual development agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, this Expo is just more than a showcase of food and handicrafts. It is a platform that reflects our shared vision as African nations, a vision of innovation, entrepreneurship, and unity. This inaugural fair seeks to promote business-to-business linkages, encourage cultural exchange, facilitate trade and investments between Kenya and Tunisia, and of course, beyond. We look forward to new partnerships that seeks to expand markets, that seeks to create joint ventures and uplift both our economies. As Kenya continues to open up its economy, we recognize Tunisia's growing role in the continent. I take this opportunity to invite Tunisian investment to explore our vibrant sectors, particularly in agro-processing, food production, and artisanal industries, where the potential for collaboration is immense. Equally important is the role of women in driving economic transformation of our continent. In Kenya, for example, according to the National Chamber of Women in Business, women own near 48% of the micro, small enterprises, playing a key role in the informal economy. Across Africa, women are at the helm of 30% of the SMEs, yet they continue facing challenges in accessing financial access, markets, and training. In this regard, we must work together to change this narrative. I urge all of us to consider joining such programs, the one that we are seeing today, that support women entrepreneurs through financing, capacity building, and cross-border mentorship. Empowering women is not just a moral obligation, it is an economic imperative. As we look around this room, we are filled with creativity, innovation, and potential. Let us be reminded of the words by Dr. Kozi Iweala, the Director General of WTO, who said, "When you empower a woman, you empower a community, and you empower a nation." This quote speaks directly to the heart of today's Expo. By promoting cross-border trade, celebrating women artisans, and fostering entrepreneurship, we are not only transforming individual lives, we are uplifting economies, we are uplifting families, and the entire nation across our continent. What makes today more inspiring is the presence of the Kenyan and Tunisian SMEs in one roof. This commitment to innovation, quality, and cultural authenticity reminds us that we can achieve what we can achieve through direct partnerships. These engagements build stronger value chains, increase trade volumes, and support the growth of Afrocentric enterprises. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, on behalf of the government and the people of the Republic of Kenya, I reaffirm our commitment to working hand in hand with Tunisia for the mutual benefit of our people and for the future of a thriving African continent. I thank you so much for your attention. Asanteni sana. Merci beaucoup. Shukran.
As you may notice, we didn't respect the protocol. We did only two men presenting here. We stayed at the back to give the floor to the ladies and the women to have the floor in this occasion. Thank you very much. I would like to thank everybody, my friends, colleagues, all our guests here. And I will start by thanking Mrs. Leila Bkhouria Jaber, President of the National Chamber of Women Entrepreneurs of Tunisia and Vice President of COMESA, Federation of Women in Business, Tunisia chapter. Dear Ambassador, my friend, my brother Denis Mbolo, Deputy Director General of Africa Affairs of the Ministry of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs of the Republic of Kenya. I would like also to welcome Mr. Caroline Mugalala, Director, ILO Country Office, for quite the same countries we are covering. Yes. And now I have Malawi more than you. Dear brother and sister ambassadors and high commissioners, I'm not going to welcome the future Dean of Africa, but also I welcome also the Dean of the Arab Group, Ambassador of Palestine, esteemed business leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols. I am pleased to participate at the opening ceremony of the Tunisian Food and Handicraft Expo here in Nairobi. This event is the first trade fair designed to showcase Tunisia's rich cultural heritage through its exceptional food, products, and handicraft. Today, we celebrate not just the richness of Tunisian culture, but the boundless potential of Tunisia, Kenya, economic synergy, and a milestone in the historical cooperation between our two countries. This expo meant to promote Tunisian products through their diversity and quality, facilitate business partnership with the Kenyan actors in the field, encourage investment in Tunisia and Kenya in this sector, and establishing connection with the strategic partner. In fact, Tunisia and Kenya share a vision of prosperity anchored in innovation and the trade. Bilateral trade has grown steadily. Last year, figures confirm what I'm saying, as we reached 28.5 million USD, exceeding the total of $18 million realized on 2023. In this regard, I would like to mention that one of our main agri-food products which is contributing to these results is the olive oil. In fact, Tunisia is the leading exporter of olive oil to Kenya with 388 tons in 2024, worth 2 million USD, which represents 79% of Kenya's olive oil demand. However, several products have made their way to Kenya markets. Kenya also possesses extraordinary potential over Tunisia. With its internationally renowned products such as coffee, tea, Kenya has a potential of 1.8 million USD in the Tunisian market, coffee, flowers, but even more in sectors like healthcare and information and communication technologies. Excellencies, distinguished guests, within COMESA, Tunisia and Kenya possess a powerful framework to amplify their collaboration. Tunisia, as a country member since July 2018, is committed to leveraging this platform to dismantle trade barriers and foster investment, and the Pan-African framework is an opportunity to the Tunisian products accessing COMESA 640 million consumers. COMESA presents a valuable platform for Tunisia to diversify its export destinations, attract investment, and enhance its presence in Africa value chain, particularly in key sectors such as agri-food, pharmaceutical, renewable energy, and digital services. Unlocking this potential will require proactive trade facilitation policies, improved logistics, and stronger partnership with other member states. Kenya also plays a pivotal role within the COMESA region and offers significant opportunities for trade and investment. With a population over 55 million and the dynamic economy projected to grow by 5.5 in 2025, Kenya stands as one of the largest and most diversified markets in Eastern Africa. Intra-African trade accounts for more than 25% of Kenya's exports, and the country has well-established logistic infrastructure through the port of Mombasa and the growing digital economy. Kenya's strengths in sectors such as agribusiness, manufacturing, ICT, and clean energy align closely with the Tunisian strategic priorities. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, having said that, and presenting all these figures, I must mention high and loudly the very important role of women in African economies. In Tunisia, women lead 25% of the startups and dominate sectors like agribusiness and handicrafts. Kenya, a pioneer in women empowerment, sees 50% of SMEs owned by women. Yet barriers persists. We can think about initiatives like this Expo, and let me thank here all the participants for these successful events to enhance relationships between business women in Tunisia and Kenya. We can think also to create a Tunisian-Kenyan Women Business Network that can be a platform connecting women entrepreneurs for mentors and market access. Distinguished guests, I conclude by saying this is important Expo is more than exhibition. It's a call to action. Let us move beyond dialogue to deeds. Launch ventures, sign MOUs, and invest in women. Tunisia and Kenya are not just trading partners, we are architects of Africa's future. Together, we will craft a legacy of prosperity that echoes across COMESA and beyond. Shukran, Sante Nisana, thank you.